Yeah, this the book, the upcoming book, Bodhi in the Brain, which is coming out, of course, and that has to do with Yinnergy Meditation. It's gonna be great in many ways because it's going to be able to explain a lot of things that people have been asking me throughout the years. People who have been using the program. One of the features, or one of the capabilities of Yinnergy is its ability to help to balance out the two hemispheres of the brain. It stimulates both hemispheres of the brain, and this is called whole brain thinking. It allows the brain to think in a holistic way, because for most people, people are more dominant on one side of the brain over the other. So some people are more left brain dominant, and other people are more right brain dominant. And for those who know, or don't know, people who don't know, the left brain is supposed to be responsible for analytical thinking, mathematics, detail, uh, logic, and a list of other things, while the right brain is responsible for art, um, creative thinking, emotions, psychability, and thinking in pictures, thinking visually, and things of that nature. But the goal is to be able to use both sides of your brain equally. And people who are considered geniuses, which is what, less than 5% of the world's population, they're capable of doing that. So the goal is training the brain to be able to think in stereo as opposed to mono. So the purpose of Bodhi in the Brain, the book, will talk in more detail about those things. So keep in mind that the idea of the two hemispheres doing separate things is a controversial idea. And of course, there are criticisms in regards to that study. So not all scientists in that field believe that that's the case. But based on what I know, and what's been documented, it is the case, at least to a certain degree. So the other argument is that both sides of the brain are responsible for everything that I've mentioned, but uses them differently depending on the side of the brain. What still works out to that if you learn how to use both hemispheres of your brain, you can be able to do those things equally. So I don't think that part really matters, but it may not be as dual as once believed, but I believe there's still a lot of truth there. But if you learn how to use both hemispheres of your brain regardless, you'd be better at doing the tasks that you regularly do. And there's a lot to be said about that, so just to keep that in mind. But yeah, Bodhi in the Brain should be out soon, coming out in 2023. And there's so many things in the book that can be covered, that will be covered, and I'm so happy to bring this to the world and to see what Yinnergy Meditation is all about, and the people who've benefited from that, people who have heightened their or enhanced their creativity, increased their intelligence, have developed their personal abilities. Also, people who have enhanced or increased their emotional, mental, and spiritual growth, and also people who have had their unique spiritual awakening. So the list goes on of all the different things that Yinnergy does. And of course, I should have put this out a lot sooner to the masses, but I'm not much of a salesperson. I'll be honest with you. I'm not much of a salesperson. I create these things and I keep them within my own circle. And so a lot of people within my circle have benefited from this, but of course anyone can benefit from this. So I'm now slowly just putting it out to the masses. So I hope you're able to pick up the book, give it a read, and you'll be amazed of what sound can do.